The most common pattern in human life has been talked about by many great writers and teachers for thousands of years. They studied people, their lives, and the stories we tell ourselves. One of these people was Joseph Campbell. He looked at the myths and stories told by different groups of people, from different countries and cultures, across time. He discovered something amazing. Even though people live in different places, speak different languages, and believe different things about life or God, their stories all had something in common. He called this shared pattern the hero's journey. And today, I want to take you on a journey like that too. Not just a trip, a journey. A trip is planned. You know when it starts and ends. You know what will happen. But a journey? A journey is alive. You don't know exactly what will happen. You meet new people. You face surprises. You grow. To explain this, let's use a story most people know, The Wizard of Oz. But before I talk about Dorothy and her adventure, let's talk about life itself. Every person reaches a point where things feel stable. You work hard, you build something, and finally life feels calm and familiar. You build a routine. And that feels safe. But here's the truth, life is always about growth. There are two simple laws of life that never change. 1. Everything in the universe grows or it dies. 2. Everything either contributes or it slowly disappears. If your relationship isn't growing, it's slowly dying. If your business isn't growing, it's shrinking. If you aren't growing as a person, you start to feel stuck. And that's when life shakes you to push you forward again. People often ask me, what's the secret to happiness? And I tell them in one word, progress. When you grow, when you move forward, when you improve, you feel alive. It's not just about achieving something. Because think about it, how many times have you achieved something amazing, but after a short time, the joy faded away? Maybe it was finishing school. Maybe it was starting a business. Maybe it was buying something big. At first, you feel proud. But after a few hours, days, or weeks, the feeling fades. You ask yourself, is this all? That's why some people feel lost after reaching their goals. Success isn't the end. Growth is. When you grow, you keep moving, keep learning, keep giving. That's why people who are constantly growing stay excited about life. Jim Rohn, my teacher, once told me something I never forgot. He said, Tony, what you get won't make you happy. Who you become will. And he was right. It's not the car, or the house, or the title that matters. It's the person you become while you chase that dream. That's what shapes your destiny. So let's go back to Dorothy's story. In the beginning of The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy lives in her ordinary world. Her life is simple. She's not very happy, but she's not very sad either. She's just existing. Then something happens. Every hero's story begins this way. A call to adventure appears. Something happens that forces change. In real life, this can be something small or something big. Maybe someone tells you, you have to change your life. Maybe someone you love gets sick. Maybe you lose a job. Maybe something happens in the world, like a big event that changes everything. Often, the call to adventure is not comfortable. It feels scary. But it's life's way of saying, it's time to grow. Pain is often the beginning of transformation. You are stronger than your circumstances. You are not just here to manage what happens to you, you are here to create a new reality. But here's what most people do at first. They refuse the call. They say, no, I want things to stay the same. They try to hold on tightly to the familiar life they built. But life doesn't work like that. The more you hold on, the more life shakes you until you finally let go and step forward. When Dorothy gets swept up by the tornado, that's her call to adventure. She tries to hold on to the old world, but she can't. The storm pulls her into something new. She wakes up in a place she's never seen before. The world is colorful and strange. There are little people. There are witches. There is a path she's never walked. And this is how real life works too. When you finally step into your own hero's journey, you will face uncertainty. And here's a powerful truth I want you to remember. The quality of your life depends on how much uncertainty you can live with comfortably. I'm not talking about surviving uncertainty. I mean living in it comfortably. Because all growth happens in uncertain spaces. All passion comes from stepping into the unknown. Think about it, when everything is predictable, when you know what will happen every single day, you eventually get bored. You feel safe, but you also feel stuck. That's why life gives us challenges, not to hurt us, but to push us to grow. Certainty makes us feel safe. Uncertainty makes us alive. We need both. But too much comfort kills excitement. Too much certainty can make us slowly fade. When Dorothy begins walking on the yellow brick road, she doesn't know where it leads. She doesn't know who she'll meet or what dangers are ahead. But she moves forward. And on the journey, she meets friends. The Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion. Each of them is missing something inside, a brain, a heart, or courage. This is another part of the hero's journey. When you step out in faith, you meet people who help you grow. You also discover parts of yourself you didn't know were strong. Dorothy had to trust the journey. You have to trust yours too. When people stay stuck in the ordinary world, they never meet those new friends. They never meet mentors. They never grow. They keep living the same day again and again. When you say yes to the journey, your world expands. But here's the part many people miss: this isn't a one-time journey. It's a cycle. It happens again and again in your life. Every time you grow, you'll face new challenges. And each time, you must choose again whether to hold back or step forward. In relationships, it's the same. At first, everything is exciting and uncertain. You're learning. You're growing together. Then things feel stable, and many people try to freeze that feeling. They want everything to stay exactly the same. But people change. Life moves. If one person grows and the other doesn't, the relationship cracks. The more you try to control everything, the less love there is. Real love allows growth. Real love allows adventure. And if you don't choose to grow, the universe will send you a storm. Whether you call it God, life, or destiny, it will bring something to wake you up. A problem. A challenge. Not to destroy you, but to push you forward. When these challenges come, we have two choices. 1. Refuse the call and stay stuck. 2. Accept the call and grow. If you refuse, the same challenge or something worse will come back again and again. If you accept it, you begin the journey that will change your life. Let me give you an example. If someone gets sick, it's often a call to care for their health and their loved ones more deeply. If a business closes, it's often a call to innovate or try something new. If a relationship ends, it's often a call to learn self-love and find strength within. These calls are not punishments. They are invitations. But the invitation is wrapped in pain, because pain is the language that gets our attention. The hero's journey is not about never feeling fear. It's about walking forward even when you feel it. Dorothy didn't know what was waiting for her. But she kept walking. And in the end, she discovered the truth. She already had the power she needed inside her. That's the real magic. The Scarecrow always had a brain. The Tin Man always had a heart. The Lion always had courage. They just needed the journey to reveal it to themselves. In real life, you are the hero too. You already have strength inside you. But you won't find it while staying safe and stuck. You find it when you step into the storm, walk down the road, meet new people, face fear, and keep going. Let's be honest, growth is not always easy. There will be moments you want to quit. Moments you feel lost. Moments where the road seems too long. But those are the moments where the greatest change happens. If you can keep moving through uncertainty, you'll find new power in yourself. And that power doesn't fade like the feeling of success after a goal. That power stays with you because it becomes part of who you are. Remember, growth gives life meaning. Uncertainty brings passion. Refusing the call brings pain. Accepting the call brings transformation. And this journey doesn't just happen once. It happens many times. Every new level of life asks for a new version of you. Every storm is a doorway. Every challenge is a chance to grow. Dorothy's journey ended with her realizing she always had the power. She didn't get it from the wizard. She got it from within. And so do you. Your courage is already in you. Your strength is already in you. Your heart and mind are already ready. The universe isn't trying to break you. It's trying to wake you up. The pain, the surprise, the twist, it's all part of your hero's story. Don't run from it. Step into it. Because that's where your next chapter begins. So as we go on this journey together, remember this. Life is not about staying comfortable. Life is about becoming more. You are here to grow. You are here to give. You are here to discover your own strength. Let's choose to say yes to the call. Let's walk through uncertainty. Let's trust the path even when we can't see the end. Because that's what heroes do. And that's how ordinary people become extraordinary.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.